We begin with this story that a lot of people are talking about, have been talking about the last couple of days, Anthony Weiner's confession. This story that began with a lot of jokes finally brought the New York congressman to tears as he admitted tweeting a lewd photo of himself to a young woman. Now he faces an ethics investigation because that photo was just one drop in a sea of very personal messages. CBS News congressional correspondent Nancy Cortez is on Capitol Hill with the very latest for us this morning. Nancy, good morning.
Chris, good morning to you. It was almost painful to watch Congressman Weiner apologizing publicly for nearly half an hour. He says that photo was meant only to be seen by that one Seattle woman. He says it was supposed to be a joke, but admits it's part of a pattern.
I haven't told the truth. And I've done things I deeply regret. I brought pain to people I care about the most, and the people who believed in me. And for that, I'm deeply sorry. I apologize to my wife and our families, as well as to our friends and supporters. I am deeply ashamed of my terrible judgment and actions.
The admission came a week and a half after Weiner inadvertently sent a photo of himself in gray underwear out to thousands of Twitter followers, then insisted to everyone he'd been hacked.
So it sounds like it was a photo of you.
Well, we're going to try to find out exactly what happened. The photograph does not look familiar to me.
But Weiner was forced to come clean after conservative blogger Andrew Breitbart, who broke the story, began releasing more pictures. These were sent from Weiner to a 26-year-old Texas woman.
Over the past few years, I have engaged in several inappropriate conversations conducted over Twitter, Facebook, email, and occasionally on the phone with women I have met online. I have exchanged messages and photos of an explicit nature with about 6 women over the last 3 years. For the most part, these communications took place before my marriage, though some have sadly took place after.
Weiner's wife of less than a year is a top aide to Secretary Clinton and was not at his side.
My wife has known about some of these online relationships since before we were married, and we spoke frankly about them because, well, we spoke frankly about them. But she didn't know until this morning that I had not been telling the truth about whether I posted the Twitter posting last week.
Weiner is an outspoken, ambitious, liberal 7-term congressman. He said he won't step down over this.
I don't believe that I did anything here that violates any law or violates my oath to my constituents.
The New York constituents we spoke to agreed with him.
And when I heard this news, it was devastating to me as a follower of Anthony Weiner's, but I don't think he broke any rules of the office.
The surreal press conference started out strange when Breitbart, who had come to ask questions, went to the podium before Weiner came out and warned he has an even more explicit photo.
Do you know what I would be accused of if I released this photo? I'm doing this to save his family, okay? And if this guy wants to start fighting with me again, I have this photo.
Weiner says he never met any of these women in person and that as far as he knows, none of them were underage. His colleagues here on Capitol Hill are expressing disappointment, and his leader, Nancy Pelosi, is calling for an ethics investigation. Chris?
CBS's Nancy Cortez on Capitol Hill for us this morning. Nancy, thank you.